has also had an experimental twist on the entire tale. There's a surreal element. So I think Shumon is very interesting that way. But the heart and soul of the novel is absolutely intact. Absolutely intact. And I think that Konkon has done a wonderful job. I'm just... I haven't seen the whole film mixed and things like that, but he spoke to me a few weeks ago and he sounded very happy.
Okay, and so what is your personal idea of Amit, the character?
He's a complicated person. And far, in my opinion, far less appealing than women think he is. If you look into, because I've studied him so deeply now, he's got problems. But you know, it's quite often I hear women saying he's the ideal man. I'm not so sure.
What does the word fantastic mean?
Well, I think what I was very happy was when I asked the team at Old Spice, I said, what is fantastic? What I got and what I think is the most, that's why I agreed to come here, is the definition of a man today is not just masculine, macho. That a man can express himself in any way he feels and still be masculine. You can be a great cook, you can be a wonderful singer, you can be a fantastic artist, you can be a marathon runner, you can be an actor, you can be a rugby player, you can be a social activist, best of all. You can express all the different sides of your personality. As long as you don't take yourself too seriously, as long as at the end of the day you can have a laugh, you realize that the world is much bigger than you. And I think another aspect of being fantastic is you have to work really hard. Then if you're good or if you're bad, you can at least go away saying that I did my best. So you have to push till you do your best, and then you can't push anymore. So to be multifaceted, to express yourself in many ways, fearlessly, but not take yourself seriously, and to work really hard.
And Rahul, as for you, after Sachin's retirement, where do you see him as an Indian cricket team coach, or
No.
just taking care of the administrative function?
I actually see him being a roving ambassador for sport, inspiring children across the world in 206 countries about sport. It doesn't have to be cricket. It can be basketball, it can be table tennis, it can be football, it can be anything. I think the best way to use Sachin is as one of the greatest ambassadors of playing sport for children anywhere in the world. I see him in all countries. So I would reckon him to be like a United Nations ambassador for sport.
Right, and is he, would you try to rope in Sachin into your foundation's activities as well?
He's already very kindly donated one of his bats in the first year of my, it fetched us 42 lakhs.
Okay.
So he's been fantastic to us.
Okay.
He's been a very, very good friend, and to the foundation, and I will never ask him again because I'll be too embarrassed. He's already done so much for us.
Yeah, and about your passion for rugby, is he passionately involved in that too with you? Your passion of establishing the sport?
Not at all. I'm not for a second suggesting that we're very close friends.
No,
I'm saying when we have approached him,
yeah,
he has been very, very happy to help the foundation, but I've never asked him about rugby. He'll have too many things to do in life, and I'll leave him alone to do all those things, because after 25 years, I think he'll be exploring other sides of his life. I won't be asking him for these things.
Right, and one more thing, as an Indian coach, if Saurav Ganguly has to take up that position, any take on that?
I think he'd be superb.
Yeah.
I think his analysis, his analysis of the game, his honesty, the respect he commands, his ease at communication, and his decisiveness. These qualities will be fantastic. But Saurav would be great as a coach, he'd be great as an ambassador for the sport, he'd be great as a teacher, he'd be great as a selector, he'd be great as a commentator, he's great as a commentator. I think Saurav has the ability to be anything he wants to be in the world of cricket.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much.